Brown Swanson, and you are joining me at the 26th Annual South Bay City's Council of Governments General Assembly, being held right here in Manhattan Beach at the West Drift Hotel, bringing our elected leaders and residents and the community together to focus on how to improve life in the South Bay. Now, the theme of this year's event is Let the Games Begin, focusing on how the sports and entertainment industry impacts the South Bay, especially with the Olympics coming and the World Cup along with the Super Bowl. So with that, let's step inside to find out more about the program, meet the team, and let the games begin.
I'm Jacki Bacharach, and I'm the Executive Director of the South Bay City's Council of Governments. This is our 26th Annual General Assembly, and we have a full day of speakers, and we're being the speakers are being moderated by Mark Rogondino, who is a sportscaster, and we're going to talk about arts. The San Pedro Arts District, West Harbor that's coming in San Pedro. We're going to talk about the Redondo Beach Performing Arts Center and Seaside Lagoon and some of those other facilities that are there for us to enjoy year-round. And then we're going to talk about the Olympics and the Paralympics and FIFA and some of the World Games that are coming. We have a panel on economics. We have another one on public safety, transportation, logistics, fan zones. So it's a full day of really interesting speakers who are going to talk about what we have to enjoy now and into the future.
I'm Ara Moranian, Rancho Palos Verdes City Manager, and I'm here at the South Bay COG's 26th Annual General Assembly. When we were asked to set up a booth here, the first thing that came to mind is, we need to promote all the recreational activities that we have in Rancho Palos Verdes. As residents know, we have an abundant amount of trails. We have over 33 miles worth of trails. We have 1,500 acres of open space. We have 3 golf courses in our city between the county golf course as well as Trump and Terranea. So we have a destination for recreation.
This organization that puts us on, the South Bay COG, very instrumental, works with RPV of 16 cities total, of course led by a former RPV mayor. What do you get out of this being part of this agency?
The South Bay COG really works with the South Bay cities, and it brings all the cities together and addresses regional issues such as transportation, such as athletics and sporting events. How are the South Bay cities going to respond and prepare for what's to be expected, not only with World Cup this year and then in 2 more years of the Olympics?
My name is Mark Rogondino, Southern California resident, currently live in Orange County. And I'm really pleased to be the MC, the host, the moderator, whatever term you want to use, to take us through the day here with South Bay City Council of Governments, covering a lot of topics, talking arts, talking culture, talking sports, how they all influence all of these amazing communities here in the South Bay, and maybe the different common threads that the communities share, but also how they can learn from one another.
Talk about what you see as the potential for the sports industry and the entertainment industry right here on the South Bay, what you've learned along the way, and your passion for sports.
Well, what I originally knew was things like, the Chargers put their facility in El Segundo. The Sparks are building a facility there. You have Dignity Health Sports Park, home of the LA Galaxy, the most successful team in Major League Soccer in Carson. But what I didn't know was something like the waterfront project that's going to go down in San Pedro, and how that's going to bring arts and music and entertainment and even sports, right? Because they're going to host some watch parties for the World Cup. So things like that I didn't really know about in terms of the expansion and what's ahead in the future with the Olympic Games just around the corner. So it's nice to uncover these new tidbits of information and kind of take a macro view as to how the South Bay is really going to expand and be really an icon of Los Angeles.
I'm Eric Johnson, and I am here to talk about West Harbor. It's our 42-acre retail dining and entertainment development in the Port of LA on the site of the old Ports of Call. Those of you of a certain age will remember that fondly as an amazing attraction that really provided access to the industrial port for the first time. I was in elementary school when it opened and remember riding my bicycle there fondly. We got fortunate enough about 12 years ago to have been selected by the city of Los Angeles to redevelop the site, and we've been working with them ever since, entitling designing, permitting, and constructing. We'll be opening this summer with a major event at the end of July. We've been selected as a FIFA World Cup fan zone, an official one. We were lucky enough to be awarded the semifinals, the third place game, and the finals. So in our amphitheater park space, we'll be hosting 30, 40,000 people over those 4 days. And the only other official fan zone in Los Angeles that has those games is the Pomona Fairplex. So it'll be our big preview, if you will. Our tenants are opening up starting in July and continuing through the end of the year, where we should be fully, completely open. In Q1, we'll have, of 27, we'll have a grand opening that's timed around the delivery of our Ferris wheel, the largest in the state of California, and we're really excited about that, and really excited about offering some quality food and beverage options, fun things to do, proximate to the South Bay, and fill the donut hole in live entertainment. We're building a 6,200 person outdoor amphitheater. Are partnered with Nederlander Concerts, who operated the Greek for 42 years. And we're going to put on some amazing shows in a beautiful environment where you can get there early, have plenty of parking, have a nice meal, go to the show. After the show, hang out and look at the amazing industrial port of Los Angeles in its prime.
I'm Josh Lucas. I am the recreation supervisor for Ladera Linda Community Center, which is one of our beautiful parks. And so I'm with the Department of Recreation and Parks. We're here sharing a little bit about what's going on in Rancho Palos Verdes coming up, especially this summer, and April is a very busy month. We have Whale of a Day, which is one of our biggest days. So that's at Point Vicente Interpretive Center on April 11th, so come out to that. It's also the 100th year anniversary of the Point Vicente Lighthouse, so we'll be celebrating that as well during Whale of a Day. And then we have a whole summer lineup of things, including movies in the park, concerts in the park, 4th of July, of course. So lots of different things coming up, and programming is kicking off at several different places. So it's going to be a very busy couple months coming up.
John Cruikshank here, former mayor of Rancho Palos Verdes and also former chair of the South Bay City Council of Government. Of course, I'm here every year for the General Assembly. There's always interesting information. You can see behind me a number of the different booths that have the latest in technologies and things that are happening in and around our community. I think it's really important, as I'm also running for City Council again, it's also important to understand the latest and greatest and also talk to the people that make all this happen.
Of course, the theme this year is the impact of the sports and entertainment business on our South Bay. How do you think it impacts RPV?
Oh my gosh. Well, of course, we've got the World Cup coming, we have the Olympics coming, and Rancho Palos Verdes is right in the heart of things. We've got a major resort, the Terranea Resort. We have golf courses, and many of our residents are excited about what's going to be happening. And so we're just thrilled to be a part of it.
Of course, you know, as a former chair of the COG, how important this organization is to RPV and the South Bay.
Well, I think going back to what you just said about all the events coming up and sporting highlights, it's important for the whole South Bay to be in coordination with each other, because we all rely on each other for our success. Even though we might not be a major sports venue on the Palos Verdes Peninsula, we of course have many people that are going to be participating. You have doctors, athletes, other people that live on the Hill, and plus we're all excited about getting tickets and actually going to see world-class athletes.
You are former mayor of Rancho Palos Verdes and a resident, one of our amazing residents. You do so much for the community. Give a quick overview of the mission of the South Bay City's Council of Governments and all you do to improve really the quality of life for all of us.
Well, our boundaries are between the port and the airport. We're 16 different cities, and they are very different cities. And what we try to do is things that cities can do better together than they can do separately. We work on transportation. People don't know what city they're driving in at any one time. We work on homelessness and housing. We're very, very active in energy efficiency and water conservation. And we just recently formed a housing trust where we're going to help cities address their housing issues. So we try to be there for cities to add value, not to cause more work, but to actually help them do the job that they want to do.
And we're going to wrap it up here at the South Bay City's Council of Governments 26th Annual General Assembly. Thanks for joining us. If you want to learn more, you can log on to the southbaycities.org. I'm Liz Brown Swanson, and remember, we are RPV together.